Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Pasay Baller, and we are now in this third game for today, November 27, 2023. This is an Eastern Conference matchup between two struggling teams. And we're talking about Washington Wizards and Detroit Pistons. That'll happen at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to be 8 o'clock a.m. here in Manila. I am just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Pasay Baller. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on that bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. Well, both teams, man, literally both teams got the same record. Both Washington Wizards and Detroit Pistons got a record of 2 wins and 14 losses. So this is pretty much battle for pride, you know. We all know that both are struggling, but of course no team would want to end up as like the literally bottom, if you know what I mean. Um, as we all know, we actually provide free picks right here in our YouTube channel, Pasay Baller. But for those who would want to avail our premium picks or premium packages, you can actually reach us through Messenger, Telegram, Instagram, or WhatsApp. Just check on the descriptions of our videos and you can actually see the details right there. Right, so Detroit Pistons, they will be enjoying the home court advantage on this. Both teams are coming off rest, so we can skip the fatigue factor part. In terms of momentum, nobody's got momentum, man. Both teams, they are struggling big time. Man, looking at Detroit Pistons, they are on a 13-game losing slump. 13. Washington Wizards, they are on a 9-game losing slump. So, regardless, man, both teams got the same records. And again, both teams are on a long slump. And of course, both teams would want to end that slump, and luckily, one of those two teams would actually be smiling at the end of this game. Right, so again, Detroit Pistons, they would have the home court advantage on this. Fatigue, let's forget about that one. Momentum, let's also forget that one. In terms of availability and health, now we can take a look at it. For Detroit Pistons, I can see 3 players confirmed out: Boyan Bogdanovic, Joe Harris, and Monte Morris. They are all confirmed out. For Washington Wizards, hold up. I can see 3 names also listed down here: Delon Wright, Ryan Rollins, both confirmed out. Sorry, Jordan Poole is listed as questionable for the Wizards. So, um, even though there are 3 confirmed out for this for Detroit Pistons, I gotta say that they have the advantage because we ain't sure whether Jordan Poole will be playing for Washington or not, and even if he will be playing, we ain't sure how healthy and how effective he would be. So I'm giving the advantage towards Detroit Pistons. All right, so here we go. The spread is minus 3.5. That's given towards Detroit Pistons. Um, like 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago, whenever these kind of matchups happen, both teams struggling, both teams are messed up. What I normally do is I actually pick the one which has the plus on it, and it actually makes sense, right? And it actually worked for some time, the one which has the plus. Um, but normally, if the plus is kind of big, you know what I'm saying? But plus 3.5, I'm not really comfortable with that one. That's just a two possession lead, right? And if you take a look at it deeply, Detroit Pistons, man, they got advantages which could really catapult their performance. Especially the fact that they have the longer losing slump. They are hungrier than Washington Wizards, I'm assuming, right? They are at home. They are in front of their crowd. They would want to make those crowd happy. At the same time, there is even a possibility that Jordan Poole won't be playing. And if ever he will be playing, just like what I said earlier, how healthy he would be. Now let's focus on the game itself. Washington Wizards, they are a highly offensive team. They are very much capable of scoring. They can hit the 3-point shots, the perimeter. They can actually do some dribble drives and all those stuff. But their defense is soft. Their rebounding is actually one of the worst in the NBA. Now, Detroit Pistons, they are actually very good at that. Now, I'm not sure if you guys were watching the Detroit Pistons versus Indiana Pacers game. I guess that was like 2 nights ago. Detroit Pistons were able to stay close with Indiana Pacers for like 3 quarters because of their offensive rebounds. And if they would do that against Washington Wizards, then I wonder, what the score will be. Remember, Detroit Pistons were able to keep it close against Indiana Pacers for like 3 quarters. In fourth quarter, if I'm not mistaken, early fourth quarter, Detroit Pistons even grabbed the lead for like 2 points. I couldn't really remember the exact details, but and again, that's because of their rebounding. Definitely, Detroit Pistons would have the offensive rebounding, not just offensive but also defensive rebounding. Period. They got the advantage of that. They are the bigger team. Washington Wizards, they got Gafford, but he doesn't receive much help. Kuzma is trying his best, on defense, but it just gives him trouble whenever he is in foul trouble because of course it affects his offensive performance. So I'm gonna go with Detroit Pistons in here. I'm very excited for them because seems like it's been a while since like they've grabbed the W, and I'm gonna be happy seeing Detroit Pistons grabbing that win. I don't know if you also noticed Detroit Pistons, whenever they are given the opportunity, they know how to use it. It's just that they were not able to close it properly. When they were given the opportunity against Milwaukee Bucks, when Giannis was actually kicked out, they actually grabbed the lead, right? For like a few minutes there, I thought Detroit would win it. The other night, when the opportunity was given against the Pacers, they grabbed the lead. Now, this is the perfect opportunity for Detroit Pistons. They're going up against a quote-unquote weaker team, Washington Wizards. Of course, Washington Wizards ain't Bucks. Wizards ain't Pacers. So I'm kind of confident with Detroit Pistons, even with the minus 3.5 here. Again, that's Detroit Pistons, minus 3.5. I'm expecting a huge game from Cade Cunningham. I love that guy. A very big point guard, high IQ. And his shooting is just, crazy right now. Again, that's Detroit minus 3.5. Peace out. Pass I love and God bless.